Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time joining, thank you. If you're a previous subscriber or a new subscriber, welcome back. Okay, so I gotta take a deep breath before I start this video. So I had some issues with this project, and I don't know if it's because of not liking my green fabric choices, or constructing the block on the embroidery machine and wasting fabric. I'm not sure, I'm really not sure what my problem was with this project. But now where I left off on this, and I was telling you guys that we would assemble the next two blocks on the multi-needle embroidery machine that I have over here to the right. That is not going to happen. I am done with this project. I am really frustrated with it, and I am just going to have to chalk this whole project up to a fail. I think one of the things that's really bothering me with it is I wasted fabric. If you're familiar with quilting, you will know that you cut your pieces to the size that you need, and then you sew them with your 1/4 inch seam, and you have your piece that you need. In machine embroidery, in the hoop quilt blocks, you cut your pieces and you lay them down to whatever you're going to need, to where it's going to sew your line, and once you've sewn that, you take it out of the hoop and you trim your fabric. Now, I'm not even gonna, it's, okay, I have to take another deep breath. When you are doing in the hoop, I know you have to have some excess fabric to allow for the stitching line, and then you're going to trim. This is the recommended piece of fabric that was recommended in the design, was a 2.5 by 2.5 inch square. And when you assemble the block, this is actually the size of square that you're left with. So you can see the difference of the fabric waste that you're going to have. Now, I pride myself in being a frugal crafter. And what I mean by that is I don't like fabric waste when I make quilts. Even down to the batting I use, I save all my scraps of batting if it's large enough, and I stitch them together, and I do mud rugs with them. I do key fobs with it. If it's less than 1/2 inch, of course I'm going to throw that away. But if it's an inch wide piece or whatever, I can use that in key fobs. So what I experienced with this project is I did not like my green fabric choices. So, okay, that's all on me. My fabric choices were all on me. I can easily fix that by switching out the green for another purple fabric. Not a problem. But the fabric waste, I guess you can call me one of those kind of quilters that I just don't like fabric waste. I just don't. And I was cutting away basically half of this fabric after I made the piece. And then when I used the same fabric for making the smaller 6 by 6 inch block, I wasted even more. I will not be probably making another in the hoop quilt block, at least not for the foreseeable future, because of the fabric waste. I'm sorry if I'm disappointing you guys on this one, but traditionally I like piecing my blocks where I cut the fabric to what it needs to be, and then if I have to square up the block and cut a little bit off of it in the end, that's different. That's traditional quilting. So The next big problem is, you can see here, in the last video, I told you that we weren't going to continue this until I received my new camera I purchased. Okay, now I'm going to pause for just a moment, and I'm going to go get that camera, and I'm going to talk about it. I will be right back. Okay, so I have the camera here. I have it all boxed up, and there is a reason why I have this all boxed up. I purchased a Minolta. It is a 4K 40 NV Ultra HD camera, and I'm going to show you here that you can see here I purchased it at Best Buy on October 17th, and my price that I paid for it here is $200. And I had a little bit of some rewards on my account for $10 off, so it gave me a little bit off on my purchase price. I had purchased some really nice SD cards for it. I went and bought an extension, braided USB cable for it so I could keep it plugged in while I was using it. Okay, so here's what happened. I unboxed the camera. I got it all set up to what I needed to do so I could plug it in and set up in front of the multi-needle machine over here to my right side, and I did some test videos. Now I will insert a little test video here that I did. It'll be here somewhere, so I'll do that now. Okay, we are doing a video test with a good lighting. Let's read. Can we read the text okay? Text won't focus. Let's zoom in. We'll zoom all the way out. And then I'll let it sit, and then we'll see how that looks. Let's move this. Can't read any writing. Won't focus. Won't focus on any of that writing. It won't focus on any writing when I so that's not very good. Let's do, hold the quote block up in front of it. Let's see what that looks like. How does this look? Tell me what that looks like. Alright, we're gonna stop. Actually, one video setting. Okay, so you should have seen that little test video, and you will see that the quality is just horrible. Now, if I can't hold a piece of fabric up in front of a camera and have a clear video of it, even in, I mean, sure, it wasn't the greatest lighting, but even if I can't do that and it looks fuzzy, I'm not going to be happy with the quality of videos I'm showing you guys. To me, that is just putting out crap quality, and it's not something I'm going to be doing. I'm just not happy with that. So with that said, guys, I will be returning this camera to Best Buy and getting my money back. I did purchase a extended 2-year warranty for it as well, so hopefully I can get my money back on that as well. It wasn't very much for that, like 25 bucks for a 2-year extended warranty on parts and labor. And I mean, this camera was supposed to be really good. It was supposed to be 4K Ultra HD. It had a 30 megapixel photo, infrared lights, 16 times digital optical zoom, time-lapse recording, and it even had a remote control with it, and I was really happy with that because I'd be able to do some video to where I wouldn't have to touch the camera at all. I could just do the remote control, and I wouldn't be fumbling with the camera or anything like that, where sometimes with this camera that I'm filming on now, I have to actually get up and I have to pause the video to do things. And for $200, I would have expected a better camera. And Minolta is a well-known name, and I'm just not happy with it, guys. I'm not going to use a product that I'm not going to be happy using, because what that's going to do is it's going to discourage me from filming new videos for you guys, and I'm just not going to do that. Okay, guys, so I just wanted to pop in and let you guys know what was happening. So I'm going to get this video up and let you guys know, and as soon as I get another video set up, I will be working on that. I'm not sure if it's going to be a Cricut video or if it's going to be the machine embroidery Christmas ornaments. It may be one of the two. Okay, guys, so we will see you soon. Thank you, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.